Welcome. Welcome to Spirit Yoga at Orchard Valley United Church. We have canceled classes for a few weeks, and I just thought that I would try taping a chair yoga class so that we could continue to practice while we're not together. So it's a little strange for me because I'm here by myself in the church and there's no one else with me except the camera. But I just wanted to share, just to start this morning, just some things that came across my desk. First is Isaiah 43:19. I am about to do a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and the rivers in the desert. And the other reading that came across my desk this morning as I was doing my morning read is from the Dalai Lama. And he says, remember that not getting what you want is sometimes a wonderful stake of luck. So on St. Patrick's Day, and a new beginning with chair yoga, with the camera and myself, I think those two readings are very appropriate. So, a little bit about me. My name is Joy, and Spirit Yoga at our church is a little bit chair, a little bit floor, depending on your body and your place in yoga. So, yoga is a very old practice. It started in India many years ago. And it wasn't an easy time in India. And people had to be content sometimes to just sit quietly. So at the beginning, it was often young men, and you can imagine the energy that's out there. And it was a way to get them to sit quietly. So what they had to do, and of course there was some competition and there was other things involved in it at that time. And what they found out is that to get people to really settle in themselves, you had to be sort of physical and be aware of your body. So the word yoga actually is a Sanskrit word from old Indian language that means yoke. And it means a time that we connect with our bodies and our minds and our spirit, just like the oxen wear a yoke to hold them together. And so that is what the practice of yoga is all about. Over the years, it has changed. And Iyengar is one of the yoga leaders that brought in prompts into the practice. And that is why using chairs or using anything that makes you comfortable, that gives you your edge, that you can find a place where there's no pain, but you can still do yoga. So, ahisma, again, I will say, is the Sanskrit word for no pain. So as we go through practice, we do what we can. The idea is to settle our body and settle our mind and breathe and be in the present moment with ourselves as we are today, because sometimes we change from day to day. So I have a yoga mat under me, and this is my practice. If we had a bunch of yogis in the room and they were on their own mats, they would all have their talents and their limitations, and they would practice to their best ability that day, listening to their body and their mind and their soul. So we will start. So I'm sitting on a chair and I have my socks on, and the first thing that is really hard for people sometimes in yogis is to take your socks off so that I can feel my feet on the earth and the ground. I have fairly long legs, so my feet are on the ground and my knees are at right angles. I have some people in my practices that need a couple blocks or a couple books under their feet, just so that their feet are not dangling and they can't touch the floor. We want to be grounded in yoga. So, the first thing we're going to do is just find a comfortable seating position in the chair. So you can bring your back to the back of the chair. You can bring your hands just on your thighs and your feet on the floor, and just relax. So when we start, we want to leave our ego at the door, and we want to bring ourselves to this moment. So just notice the feet on the floor. Maybe lift your toes, lift them and spread them, and then put them down. Notice your sit-upon on the chair. You have your two pubic bones, and your pubic bone, and then your two sit-upon bones, and they are supposedly grounded so that you have a good triangle to bring your spine up to your head, and so that you are in good alignment. Just relaxing your shoulders. Sometimes you might want to just lower your eyes to the floor. Sometimes you might want to close your eyes, and I go there a lot when I am feeling what my body is telling me. Now, you can have your hands just on your thighs with your palms down if you want to feel grounded. If you want to have a new experience, you can just put your palms up. And I recommend do that. Put your palms down, and then feel the difference in your shoulders and your back if you place your palms facing upwards. Our bodies are amazing things. You can feel the difference in temperature. You can feel the difference in what your shoulders do and what your arms do. Just taking a nice deep breath in. I want you to breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And I want you to do 4 of those nice breaths. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. You may be making a sound like you're snoring a little bit so that you could hear your breath. Maybe feeling the difference in temperature as you breathe in cool air. And you breathe out warm air. And just returning to your natural breath. Close your eyes. Notice your thoughts and feelings as they arise. And thoughts and feelings come like clouds on a windy day. And we can either hold on to them or we can let them go. And the wonderful thing, if we are not holding on or letting go, is that we accept our thoughts and feelings without judgment. And we can use our breath to let them go and bring us back to this moment. So as the wind blows the clouds away, there is blue sky above, and that is you, the total you. So breathing in and breathing out, bringing yourself to this moment. Let's bring our breath to the top of our head, the crown of our head, and breathe in. Imagine yourself breathing in through the crown of your head. And then imagine yourself breathing out through your face, and you're going to relax those muscles between your eyebrows and your jaw and your tongue. Imagine yourself breathing in through your neck and feel yourself expand, be strong in your word. And then let that go off your shoulders and let all your cares fall into the earth. Breathe up your back, starting at your tailbone, bringing it up your spine. And then breathe out, down through your arms to the tip of your fingers, feeling the parts of your body. Breathe in, bring it in through your chest. If you expand your chest and all those intercostal muscles between your ribs get tall. And as you breathe out, pull in your belly and massage your belly organs, bringing your belly button back to your spine, breathing all the way out. And then breathe in through your hips and your glutes. And breathe all the way down your legs to your toes. And then just return to your normal breath. Taking a few breaths, being present again. Maybe being a conscious witness of what your body has told you as you breathed into different parts of it. Maybe parts of your body need an extra breath to relax, to be strong, to be healed. Just bringing all that power, that life force that we do when we breathe in. And then letting our cares out to the world as we breathe out. Bringing your hands to your heart center in prayer. Bringing your thumbs to your forehead, your intuitive part, your spirit. Breathing your thumbs to your mouth, your words. And then bringing your thumbs to your heart and breathe in love and breathe out love and peace to all around. Dropping your hands to your sides. With an in-breath, we're going to bring our arms up to the side, palms down, reverse our palms, and bring them up to the ceiling in an in-breath. And then as we breathe out, all the way out, pulling that belly button back to the spine and breathing all the air out, we'll bring our arms down in a sun breath, welcoming the day, welcoming the beginning of our practice, opening up. And as we do our sun breaths with our own breath at our own time, I want you again to be aware of a hisma. So, if your limited shoulder movement is to hear without pain, that's as far as you go. No pain in yoga. But just bringing yourself to your limits, to your spot, without judgment. Just going to where you're comfortable. Saying no to me if you need to. I'm just inviting you to move. You can close your eyes and just imagine doing it and sitting here as your arms float like a bird on the wind, up and down in a wonderful sun salutation breath. This time we're going to bring our arms up to the ceiling, and we're just going to go to the right. And I think with the camera that I'm reversing sides. I think that's the way it goes, just as if I'm leading a class. And we're just going to lean to the right a little bit, feeling again the opening all down the spine and down your side, your rib cages, and just letting yourself be heavy. Breathing in, bringing your arms up to the ceiling again, really reaching, crown of the head, engaging your tummy. If you feel any stress at all in your lumbar area, I want those tummy muscles engaged and strong. And then we're just going to go to the other side and just lean to the other side, opening up, opening up, opening up, being open to what's new and exciting. Opening up again as we come up, and then just dropping your arms, rolling your shoulders back, rolling them back, listening to what your shoulders are telling you. Mine often crack when I do this in the morning as the air is let from the muscles. And then rolling them forward. Wonderful. Taking a breath in again and bringing our arms out to the side. Really stretch your fingers to the side wall as you bring the upper arms into the shoulder sockets. And just feel your tummy engage and feel your body be strong. Now, on an in-breath, we're going to bring the palms to the ceiling, and then on an exhale, bringing them to the floor. Inhale, palms to the ceiling, shoulder blades back, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale, and then drop your arms. Take a breath in and a breath out. And then I want you to bring your hands forward, and I want your palms facing me, your fingers stretched, open wide, really strong. Bring your shoulders back so you're again sitting up nice and tall with your tummy engaged. Your feet are grounded on the floor. And exhale, drop them. Inhale, palms forward. Exhale, flex. Inhale, palms forward. And exhale, flex. And inhale, palms forward. Let's do circles with our wrists. 1, 2, 3. And the other way. 1, 2, 3. And then open them wide. Open them wide. And then with resistance, we're just going to touch the thumb to the pointer finger. And then open up, just range of motion. And then middle man, that middle finger comes down and open again. And then the ring fingers come down and touch the thumb and open again. And then the little finger comes down and open again. Shake them out. Shake them in circles as you drop them down to your sides. Take a breath in and a breath out, knowing that you are here. Now, we're going to take our hands to prayer again, system, and I'm moving away from the back of my chair so that I have lots of movement with my body. And I'm just going to take my arms out to my elbows out to the sides, and I'm just going to press into my hands. Press into my hands, feeling the strength all the way down my arms, all the way up to my shoulders, feeling the strength in my feet if I press into the floor, feeling the strength, strength, strength. And then I want you to slowly take them apart and see if they want to stay together. Often they do. Dropping your arms. Again, bringing them to prayer, this time keeping your elbows down. I want you to breathe in. And as you breathe out, I want you to turn from your waist gently to the right. Again, breathing in. Belly soft, back is strong. And as you breathe out, you may turn a little bit further to the right. Again, breathing in and breathing out. So anyone with osteoporosis is really, really, really careful with twists. But we want to be able to twist. We want to be able to look over our shoulders so that we can check that blind spot when we're driving. So breathing in and getting strong and breathing out. And then breathing out and coming back to center. These lovely twists are great for our internal organs, our lymph glands, just circulation in our bodies. They really are very, very, very helpful. So breathing in again, and then exhaling to the other side. Maybe noticing the differences as you breathe in, and you breathe out as you go from side to side. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time, breathing in and breathing out, and then coming back to center. Drop your arms. Breathe in, get tall, breathe out. Just letting it go. Taking your hands to your knees. Now, we're going to do what they call cat and cow in yogi. All these postures or asanas or things that we do have lovely names in Sanskrit, and then they have lovely names in our English language. So when you think of the energy of a cat and a cow, that might help you with this. So the first one we're going to do is the cow. And I just think of them eating in the fields. Anyway, what we're going to do, as we breathe in, we're going to start with our tailbone, and we're going to sort of bring that breath up the back again like we did before. And we're going to lift our head and look up so that our back is nice and concaved in that lumbar area. And then instead of doing a cat where we roll our back, what we're going to do is we're going to do just a forward fold with a straight back. So as we breathe out, our head comes up and we pull our belly button back to our spine and we come forward with a flat back. And where we're coming from is our hip joints. This is good for anybody that might have some lumbar areas or lower back problems. And as we age, we have to be more concerned about that. So here I have a straight back, I think, from the crown of my head to my sit-upon. And then as I breathe in again, I'm lifting up. And I'm looking up to the sky. And I'm saying, hello, energy. And then as I come back with a flat back, or as a cat, I'm curling up and relaxing. Just with your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And 2 more times, and I want you to feel the energy in your body. Feel the energy of the cow as you come up and look up. Feel yourself energized. And then feel yourself relaxed as you come into a flat back cat. 1 more time. Can you feel the change of energy? Can you feel when we pray why we drop our head? For calmness, for serenity, for being in the moment with our Maker and our beautiful gift that we have in our bodies and our minds and our spirit. Take a deep breath in and out. This time we're going to put our hands on our knees and we're going to bring the right arm up above our shoulder. Then we're going to drop it through that left arm so it's pointing out to the side. And we're just going to bend forward onto that shoulder. They call this thread the needle. And if you're my age, you need a looking glass now, or a magnifying glass to find the hole in the needle to thread. But just again, being strong from your sit-upon to your head and just feeling this lovely, lovely curve. Coming back up, bringing that arm up in celebration and then letting it drop. And then bringing the other arm up and then bringing it down and through that other arm. And coming up. Now I have a strap with me, and if you're practicing at home, you can use a belt, you can use a tie from a bathrobe, whatever you'd like to use. But we're going to do some breathing with our arms and our strap. So I just want you first just to breathe in as you breathe the strap up, and then breathe out as it comes down. And again, everything is coordinated with the breath. As we open up, we breathe in, and as we exhale, we breathe and bring ourselves closer together. So again, 1 more time, breathing in, maybe above your head, and breathing out. Wonderful. And then breathing in again, and we're going to lengthen a little bit on the strap so that we don't hit the back of our head. And we're going to bring the arms down our back to the sweet point, feeling those shoulder blades pulled together and bringing it down as we exhale. So inhale, bringing it back up, and exhale down the front. Again, bringing it up, and exhale down the back, just feeling your whole heart. Feel your heart open. And those shoulders that are often hunched forward over computers and phones and caring for each other and for ourselves, open as we bring them back. It's like a wonderful swim. Just imagine again that your arms are the wave of the ocean, feeling the difference in energy as you lift to the front, and then as you let go at the back. One more time. Lovely. Let's bring it up again above our head. And we'll just go to one side. Ooh, breathing out and breathing in and breathing out like we're dancing. And breathing in and breathing out and breathing in and breathing out and breathing in. Wonderful. Just dropping your strap. There's so many things we can do with our strap. Bringing your right hand up. Just bringing it up with your hand to your upper arm. The other arm might go around and try to touch it. Do you remember when you used to have dresses that had zippers up the back and you'd have to do the zipper? So again, this is opening up all these lymph tissues and so on. We call, in yoga, we call it meridians, like Chinese medicine. All those places of energy in our body that open up, that connect one part of our body to the other. Yes, and then let it down. The other side, lifting it up, letting it come down. You may find one side is different than the other. Just taking note of that, not taking any judgment, just noticing where you are today as you open up the side of your body. Lovely. Bringing your arms down, shaking them out as needed. Now, I think just to move down the body, we're going to come to the feet. And I want them about hip distance apart. My feet are about, if I put my hands down about this far apart, that's about my hip distance. And I have to look at my feet when I'm in mountain pose or any pose, because I have one foot that goes out, because I've stood most of my life like so. So I check my feet to make sure they're lined up with each other. And again, I want you to just open your toes, and I want you to lift your toes up. And then I want you to try to put them down one at a time on the floor. I cannot do it, but it's a good practice to try to do, to see how they go down to the floor again, and then lift up. Lovely. I just want you to roll your feet from side to side. I want you to feel the soles of your feet. They take us so many miles through our lives. Just feeling them, maybe rocking front and back. And often when we are balancing or when we're tense, our toes are gripping into the earth to try to stabilize. But really, the toes are just there. So if you have the four corners of your feet just here in your heels, that's where you want to really be pressing. Now, I just want you to press into the floor to begin with. Just press with all your might into the floor. If you have a book or a block, you might take it between your thighs. So I want you to press into your feet. I want you to pretend that you're lifting your kneecaps up to your hip and your thighs are engaged. They're sort of pressing in. You can feel the strong grounding here. Your buttocks is on the floor, bringing your shoulders up to your ears and then letting them drop down the back. Your arms are by your side. Bring your palms open so that they're facing the front. The crown of your head is to the ceiling. And here you are pressing into your feet, being strong. You are a mountain. You are a mountain of strength. Yes, you are a mountain of strength. This is a good one to do when you're standing in line or just waiting for somebody. You're really doing a lot of exercise here. Your muscles, you bring them to the bone so that they are tight and supported, supporting all of you, just the way you are today in mountain pose. You can imagine yourself as that rock, a beautiful, beautiful rock. And if you're like me, you have snow on the crown of your mountain, your white hair. Think of all the things that live on you, all the goats and the people, and how you support this world. Think of the birds that fly around you. think of the protection that you give to the valleys and all those around you when you are strong, when you are able, when you are the best that you can be in this moment in time. Relax. Take the block away. Finding a strap. Bringing the strap under your right foot. Bringing your elbows into your sides, maybe twisting the strap so that they're in. And you're just going to lift that foot up. Now, if I lean back, my foot comes way up. But if I'm sitting on those 3 parts of my sit-upon, I come to about here. And then I'm going to breathe. I'm going to push into my heel, and I'm going to stretch all those muscles up my calf and my thigh muscles in my leg. And I'm going to breathe. And I'm just going to feel my body, feel my breath, feel my strength, feel the strength in my arms and my hands. And then I'm going to take my leg out to the side. I might switch and hold on with one hand. Just moving this hip around. And again, if there's any discomfort in your knees or your hips, you stop. You find your edge where you are comfortable to move. Let's bring it up again. And we're going to bring it across the other leg. Again, sitting up nice and tall. Excuse me. And breathing. Coming back to center and dropping that foot. Notice the difference in feeling from one leg to the other. Maybe one leg is warmer. Maybe it has more circulation. Maybe it doesn't. Okay, and then bringing the other leg up, treating both our sides of the body equally. Maybe spreading your toes as you look down at your feet. Again, feeling the bottom of your foot and that arch where the strap is. Being aware as you push your heel out that you're stretching the back of your leg. Giving it a wonderful stretch. Runners do this before they run, don't they? They stretch the back of their legs. Often as we walk, we do a lot of lifting the knee and moving, but we don't often stretch that back. And then out to the side again, just feeling that lovely, lovely opening. Accepting what is today. And then gently bringing it across. Sometimes there's a shake. You know that you've come to a place that you need to breathe through. That's the other thing that when we do yoga, we concentrate on finding our limits, where we are, and then sometimes being a little uncomfortable with something new and learning to breathe through that newness. And be centered and strong. Okay, let's bring our right knee in. Again, you might use your strap to bring it in, okay? Or you might just hold on to the knee. And we're just going to do some circles with that ankle, one way, and the other. Bringing your breath to this. And then point and flex. Point and flex. Feel your muscles in your leg working. What other muscles are working as you do this? Are your tummy muscles working? Your shoulder muscles bringing your shoulders back. And just dropping that leg. Again, feeling the difference. Where do you feel in your body? Bringing your mind to your body and your breath. Bringing in the other leg. Noticing maybe the difference from one side to the other. And then circles. One way. And circles the other way. I think we did some flexing and pointing of those toes too. Good. All right, dropping that leg. I'm going to get you, I don't hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm bringing my toes in under the chair, and I'm on the top of the toes. And either you like this or you don't like this. It's a wonderful stretch all the way down the front of your feet, the tops of your feet. And then I want you to come up on your toes and move a little bit forward so that you're putting pressure on your toes this way. Think of ballerinas and how what they have to do and how strong their feet have to be. And often we forget about our feet, you know. So they're so helpful, and sometimes they just need to move a little differently. And then dropping that. Bringing your legs back and forth, just windshield wipering them back and forth. And then let's open and close. Do the Charleston, maybe you'll do your arms. Ooh, yes. No music in the background today, just me talking and quiet. It's wonderful to be here, just with you and with me. Taking a nice deep breath in. Coming to the side of your chair, with your hips sort of off, we're going to lift that leg. We call this a dog at a fire hydrant. I don't know if that's the name of this, but that's what we're calling it. And we're just going to do circles frontwards with this hip. You can place your hand on your hip and do some circles frontwards and then backwards. This is often where we hear clicks, 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 clicks with one and not the other. Wonderful. Okay. And then the other side. Because we use one part of our body, one side probably more than the other, depending on if we're right or left-handed. And then the other way. Just opening that hip. Mine is clicking on this side. Okay. And bringing it down. Wonderful. Okay. Now, we're going to do a sun salutation on the chair. So often, again with yoga, you can do it on the floor, you can do it on the wall, or you can do it on the chair, and you can do it standing on the chair or sitting on the chair. So what I'm going to go with you through today is seated on the chair. So again, we talked about finding mountain pose just a while ago. We grounded our feet, we lifted our knees, we engaged our thighs, we pushed into the ground, we brought our arms down to the side, our shoulders back, the crown of our head to the ceiling. And we breathe here, just feeling your body again, feeling the strength. And then we're going to do that sun breath that we did earlier. And we're going to bring our arms up above our heads, and we're going to be extended mountain. And we're reaching those hands up, up, up to the sky. And then we're going to bring our arms down in a straight back, flat back. And then if it's okay with you and your blood pressure, you can either stay here or you might drop your head into a forward fold. And this is where my nose always runs because that's part of me. Anybody that takes classes with me knows that this is what happens with my sinuses. I don't have a cold, it's just my sinuses. So, a forward fold. And here, you can open your legs if you like a little bit further apart. You might be here with your forward fold, just depending on what your body is and where you are. But a forward fold is a very relaxed place to be. And then from this forward fold, we're going to come up with a flat back again. And we're going to come all the way up again, pushing into our feet, using our bellies as we come up again. Then we're going to bring our toes in like we did before, just up on our tippy toes. Move forward a little bit. If you do plank on the floor, this is the same thing, except it's on a chair. So we press into our toes and our feet, and we're going to bring our arms out in front of us. And we're just going to lean forward a little bit, engaging those tummy muscles, pressing our palms forward, bringing our shoulders back, pressing our feet into the floor without falling off the chair. And this is a plank. Our muscles are really engaged on our bones. And then we're going to do our reverse push-up, which we call chaturanga in yoga. And with your muscles really, really, really on your bones, you're going to bring your arms back to your chest with resistance of the muscles. And then you're going to take a nice deep breath in as you push your arms out again and look up into upward facing dog on the chair. Breathe in and breathe out. Enjoy this, letting your muscles relax, letting your back curve, just a nice backward curve. And then we're going to go into downward facing dog on the chair. And the way we do that is we bring our feet out to the side, and then we're going to bring our hands above our heads. And again, we're going to just lean forward. So with downward facing dog, there's equal pressure on our hands and our feet. Now actually, in yoga, they call this a rest position. So often you'll do like 3 or 4 nice deep breaths here. You're stretching all the way down the back of your body. You're stretching all the way up your legs and all the way up your arms. So that part of our body that doesn't get stretched all that often is getting a good stretch. And then you're just going to bring everything in again. And we're going to come forward with a flat back. And a forward fold as we exhale. Coming back up to a flat back. And then pressing into our feet and bringing our hands all the way back up into extended mountain. And then as we exhale, coming back into strong mountain. Breathing in and breathing out, feeling your body, feeling the energy that comes with the sun. Breathing in from mountain to extended mountain. Breathing out to flat back. Breathe in. Breathe out to forward fold. Breathe in to flat back. Coming up, setting toes, setting arms out, coming forward just a little bit for plank so that you can feel the strength of your body balancing you here on the chair. And on an exhale, we're going to again very, 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 very slowly and strongly bring our arms in. And then we're going to bring them out and look up into an upward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. And then coming in to downward facing dog with our feet out and our arms extended. And breathe here. Just letting yourself rest, using your breath to stay quiet. Feeling like a dog stretching, maybe in front of a fire, letting your imagination help you stay. Breathing in, bringing your arms up. Breathing out with a flat back to forward fold. Breathe into flat back and all the way up to extended mountain. And then hands into arms. Sun salutation. Let's take our thumb out in front of us like we're hitchhiking. Okay? And with your eyes, you're just going to follow your thumb, and it is coming around the side, and you're bringing it up behind you to where the ceiling meets the wall. And then on an exhale, you're bringing it back, and you're looking at that thumbnail all the way as we exhale. And then inhale again as you bring that thumb up. And then exhale as you bring it forward. Again, 3 times. Up. And just notice of what your neck and your eyes are doing as you follow your thumb. Other side. Breathing in as you rotate and lift that thumb. And breathing out as you come back to center. And again, breathing in that energy. Breathing out as you relax. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Dropping your arms, rolling your shoulders back. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Bring your left hand down off the chair and flex the wrist. And just feel that lovely stretch that comes all the way up your neck. All the way up. And you can turn your neck. You can sort of look at the floor and feel the tension or the stretch at the back of your neck. You may look up at the ceiling and feel the extension in the front of your neck. Dropping your hand. Maybe taking your hand and bringing your head up. Your head weighs about 13 pounds. So sometimes it's a good idea to have a little bit of help with all that heaviness that comes from this head. And then going to the other side. I always figure that's sort of a friend helping me get my thoughts in order. When I do that. And then again, just being very aware of what your neck is asking you to do. I just want you to know your limits. I just want you to feel what your body is telling you. What do you need? What can you let go of? Where are you in this moment? And then again, breathing in as you bring your head up. Okay, so we have a few minutes left, and I'm going to do we did a sun salutation, so we will do a moon salutation this time. I always think of the sun sort of as male, and that all our characteristics that are male out there, that busy, doing things, taking charge, making things happen. And then I think of the moon as the feminine, that part that is inward and dreamy and takes care of all that nurturing that has to happen in between us. Sometimes you say it can be light and dark, black and white, obsessing or detaching. You can look at all of those things that are opposites, and we try to balance as we go through life every day. All right, so here we are again. We're going to start in mountain pose. And we're going to bring our arms up like an extended mountain. And we're just going to clasp our hands like so. Here's the church and here's the steeple. Open the door and see all the people. Here we are, extending, being a steeple. And then again, we're just going to come to the right side. And then coming up. And to the left side. And coming up. Then we're going to open our arms like goalposts, so our shoulders and our elbows are equal. This is kind of neat to do this in a camera because I can see. Usually I don't work without mirrors. So this is kind of neat. Anyway, so your hands are open and wide. Your legs, you're going to open them up. Okay? Your feet are pointing out. Your knees are pointing out. So we are open and we are strong. And this is goddess pose. It's a wonderful, strong pose. I want you to bring your shoulder blades back together at the back of your back, and then just drop them down your back a little bit, and just feel the strength in your back and how your tummy opens. We're goddesses. Strong, open, willing for things to happen and to accept things as they are today. Opening your arms, opening your feet, and be a 5-pointed star. You might wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes because you are brilliant. You have lots of light in you. Bringing it all back to center. And we're going to switch on our chair and we're going to just turn to one side. And we're going to make sure that the knee is over the ankle on this side that's bent. We're going to bring our back leg back like a runner's lunge. It may be, depending on where it is, you find your place so that you can stretch out here. Okay? And we're just going to turn towards this front leg. And when we're here, we're doing sort of a runner's lunge. If you were winning the race, this is where you are. Let's bring our hands up above our heads. We're victorious runners. Okay. Bring your hands down to prayer. Take a nice deep breath in. And then slowly, 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 we're going to reverse this. We're going to come to the front of our chair. We could stop right here in the middle. We could come forward in a forward squat. Just pushing out with your elbows on those inner thighs. Again, knowing your body. Coming back up. And we're going to go to the other side. Here we are in runner's lunge in the other side. Feeling this lovely stretch right from your tummy muscles all the way down that thigh. Opening up that groin. We don't do this all the time in the kitchen, do we? So it's good to put our bodies with full range of motion where you are comfortable. Again, turning forward. Bring your arms up above your head. Feel yourself victorious on this wonderful sunny March day. Bringing the hands down. Turning back towards the center. I want you to be a 5-pointed star again, opening up those shoulders, pulling your toes up so that you're stretching all the way down the back of your legs. Wonderful. Coming in to goddess pose, feeling your strength, male or female. Breathing. Bringing it all in, legs in, arms above your head. And then folding to one side and other up and down to the other side. And up. Wonderful. If you notice, these things are sort of circular with the sun salutation and the moon salutation, just as life is circular. Our world circles. All are circular. Seasons circle. Things come and go. Thoughts come and go. Feelings come and go. And we come back to this moment with our breath. Now we've done a lot of opening. I think what we will do now is called eagle pose. So, you can take your right leg over your left, cross your legs like you're having a cup of tea. This may be where you are. You may be able to, make it smaller. It depends on your legs. Sometimes it's just lovely to have it here. So I have my right leg according to this, which is really my left leg, but my right leg. And so that's on top. So this arm is going to go on the bottom, and I'm going to hug myself. I'm going to give myself a pat on the back for taking a moment to care for my body and my mind and my soul in this practice. And then I'm going to bring maybe my hands up. I may bring them around, lifting my arms in eagle pose. So with eagles, we have them in the valley. We have them. They're so beautiful. And we go to watch them fly, and we're excited when we see them. And I want you to imagine that you're an eagle perched on the top of the tree. So the tree may move, right? But you are strong, and you can hold on to that top of the tree and find your strength. And then letting yourself go, letting your arms go, breathing in, letting your shoulders come down. Uncross your legs, windshield wiper them back and forth. Take a nice deep breath in. Again, notice the difference from one side of the body to the other, being aware of what your body is telling you. And then setting up for the other side, crossing that leg. It may be different from one side to the other. So whichever leg is on the top, that arm goes on the bottom, and you give yourself a lovely hug. Or you may open with your arms up and fingers up. Breathing, being still, dropping your arms and crossing your legs. Take a breath in and sigh it out. Okay, my name's Joy. We're going to do the breath of joy. If you are ever tired and need some energy, this is what you can do. So we're going to bring our arms down to the side, and we're going to sniff as we breathe in and bring them out to the front, and then we're going to let go. And then we're going to sniff as we bring them up to the side and let it go. And then we're going to bring them all the way up to our head, and we're going to go, whoo! Okay. So again, if you are dizzy or have any blood pressure things, you want to go really slowly with this. But the way it goes is, whoa! 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 One more time, Joy. Doesn't that feel wonderful? And coming up, now we are really loose and very warm. One more thing before we go, tree pose. If we're standing, we do this on the floor, a balance pose. If we're on the chair, we can do the same thing. Sometimes people use a block under their leg, but what you're doing is you're just bringing it up to your thigh, and you're just going to open this leg, and you're going to bring your arms down by your side, and then you're going to make a tree. So you're balancing. You're pushing into that foot. You're balancing here and breathing. And like trees, they blow in the wind, and sometimes they, lose their balance, but they find it again, and that's what we're doing all the way through our life. The wonderful other thing that yoga does, other than stretching and making you strong and relaxing you, is that it lets you know where you are in space, which we don't really think about all that much, but we have eyes and we have ears and we have things that we touch, and that gives us our idea of where we are in space. But if you try to close your eyes and do something, it's much harder to keep your balance. So finding a drishti, or finding a place that doesn't move, and bringing your brain in, bringing your whole body into the center, and being strong and confident in tree pose, you can do it. And it's always interesting when I'm leading a class, my trees are often shaky, but if I'm in my kitchen where I feel safe and secure, my trees are strong. So it's to find that place in life and in our groups and with our friendships where we can find that strength in our church, with the people that make up our church and our yoga group. Okay, so that is wonderful. The one thing we didn't do that I like to do is bringing this foot up and down and just opening that. And the wonderful thing, if you can do this, to take some time later, is maybe bring your fingers between your toes and just give your feet. Again, we started with our feet and just giving them a lovely massage, saying good morning world, and a tap on the bottom. If you're really up, you can do rock the baby here. And I think we used to do this with our babies, didn't we, on the feet? Oh, okay, and the other side. We have to do both sides before we settle down here. And again, maybe bringing your fingers between your toes. If you can't do this, maybe you can get someone else to do it for you. Aha. Pedicure. Aha. Foot massage. I have one son that was very, very good at foot massage, so I really was pleased with him. And he would give us all foot massages. Very, very nice. All right. So, practice. Well done. So with Shavasana, final resting pose, they call it corpse pose too. We're coming back to the back of our chair again. We're going to let our back rest. We're going to let our shoulders drop. We're just going to feel our body, feel the support of the earth in the chair, feel the lightness of the air and the energy around us, and come back to your breath. Maybe making it so you can hear it, maybe like the ocean. Darth Vader, Ujjayi breath. Notice as you breathe in that your belly button comes out. And as you breathe out, your belly button comes back to your spine. Just knowing that your breath goes to all parts of your body, sending it where it's needed. Closing your eyes. Just coming to your breath. Quiet. Relaxed. And as we close, I just thought I would share another reading that I came from across this morning with one of the books I'm reading, and it's by Sherry Fitch, our own Sherry Fitch from Pictou area, Nova Scotia, and You Won't Always Be This Sad. And it's just a lovely, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful little reading. This another week of hibernation, of deep sea diving into solitude, and the stillness of snow, of sliding over ice fields, gathering frozen brush, until I find a bouquet for the table as beautiful as blossoms in spring. Raw coal snaps and fire crackles as morning's sun lights up the snow, kisses trees. Later we drive past woods sifted with icing sugar. Round bales of hay, giant white marshmallows, filling the fields, promise summer. Yes, we can we? Imagine how a new season of imagining might begin. Taking another deep breath in and out. We know that each breath that we breathe in is a cycle. And as we breathe out, all the way out, there's a pause at that exhale where quiet and peace is. The part of us that is meditation. The prayer as we breathe in and breathe out. And the quiet meditation at the end of the exhale. Breathing in life in all its beauty with gratitude, and breathing out all that does not serve us, and then pausing, making ourselves empty so that we can breathe in again and have new experiences. Each moment, as we begin our practice and as we end our practice, we can find gratitude, something to be thankful for, something that we love, and sending with each breath that we exhale that peace and that love out to all people, all animals, all trees, all the universe, in a thankful prayer. Opening your eyes, bringing your hands to your heart. Just breathe in and breathe out, noticing your breath, noticing your heartbeat, noticing your spirit. And Shante, Shante, Shante. May there be peace in your thoughts, and peace in your words, and peace in your heart. And namaste. My heart honors your heart. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for joining me in practice today. From Orchard Valley United Church and Spirit Yoga. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, peaceful day. Thank you.